All right, you there? We got a game. All right, we'll just do this one. I need to get a better repertoire against d4. We have a London on our hands. Yeah, we'll see how we go. Do I want to just do this? Usually I fianchetto. No, I want to fianchetto. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. So you definitely want to just do this. All right. I'll just play my usual setup. I definitely need to diversify. What do I usually do here? Do I just... I think I usually play here, right? Because your bishop's normally on that square. All right. Should I be afraid of that? Or should I just go dong, dong, dong? No, I don't have enough oomph in that. Here. Yeah, so that one's a little less active. So here, fianchetto, pawn push. Let's do that. I don't see it being a disaster. Now, is that here or here? I think here, because, sorry, here. Because I want to defend this pawn. This knight's going to come in here. And I want to play here. And if my bishop's over here, then it's hard to defend this pawn if I want to develop. Okay. I'm not too stressed about it being blocked because down the line it's going to open up. All right. So where do I want my other pieces? I think definitely want the knight there and that rook there. Maybe this rook over here. Right. What's that? How scared should I be of that? I don't know. So what if I counterattack in the center? So you're attempting some sort of pawn, I guess. Am I scared of that immediately? Not really. I mean, I can take it. Are you planning on something here? Why don't I just play a natural looking move? Or just pawn push? My knight can come here, actually. Because you're not attacking that with your knight. You don't put much pressure on me. Here, take back. Yeah, that's fine. All right, let's just do that. So here stops that pawn. And because of the queen side, you can't just sacrifice your rook. There's no point. Are you going to play here? Maybe something like that, I guess. So, or do I want to come in here? Potentially. Let's, for now, just play this, which makes a lot of sense to me. Oh, you wasted a move. All right. So, what if I take that pawn? What if I put here? Pawn push. What are you doing? Oh, you're going for pawn push, are you? I'm certainly not afraid of that. It sort of helps me. I could take. Now that a knight's over here, if I take, kind of helps with the bishop. You have to deal. There's this on the table. If you take with the knight, and I can do this. You take here. I have to take with the pawn and I lose a pawn. No, I can't do that. Here. Take, take, take. Is there any shenanigans? No shenanigans. So taking the pawn looks reasonable. Here, I think I take. And I'm not sure how you're going to recapture. Probably that way. Or should I just do this? You're planning on doing that. And basically I'm forced to take, but I'm not exactly scared of that. Let's do rook here. The other option is here. Get a square for the queen. Pawn push take, knight takes. So that hits that square. So I think I have to take. Take, take. If I take here, what are you going to take with? If you take with the knight, maybe I just leave it unresolved. Yeah, maybe I'll take. Because I think you're going for this push, or that push maybe. If you take this way, I can come in here and sort of lodge a knight in there, and I don't think you want me to do that. Yeah, it's rather positional. Maybe that's just a normal move. That's a fairly normal looking move. All right, so you captured that way, which means you can't play e4 here. Pawn push seems sensible because you're going to play rook there. Do I see anything scary? Not really. Those are a little weak. I can sort of point my knight in that direction. But let's do that first. That seems like a sensible move to me. I just don't want to deal with this pawn ending up on someone's dinner plate. Yeah, somewhat expected. Here, actually, maybe I want to just go here and keep my knight. Because those are weak. If I go here immediately, you pawn push, and I can't go in there. Oh well. Maybe I'll just have to do it with the pawn, with the rook. How scared am I of that? Not scared? I don't know. What are alternatives? Queen here. Take. Knight here. Bishop. Sorry. Knight there. So if I go here and you take, you can do pawn push. Is it a problem? I can take it, can I not? And then I can do pawn push or something like that. I think that's okay. All right, we'll move the rook here to the semi-open file. Am I scared about something? So you've got 3 pieces guarding there. So knight here is a move. So maybe you'll just play that. So take, bishop takes. Not so keen on that. What about I go here? Maybe this move is just to stop me doing some kind of minority attack. Is that the idea? Maybe. What's the move here? Knight there makes a bit of sense. So let's say bishop back. I've seen an interesting line where you play bishop here, and then trade off. Do you want to try it? Here, bishop here. And it's very hard for you to stop bishop there. You can pawn push. Will you play queen there? Potentially. So maybe that's not the greatest in this position. What else have we got on this table? Pawn push, pawn push. Or I could just do this. If you take with the bishop in, rook across, I think is probably fine. I don't see anything too scary along that lines. And if you take this one, I just take with the queen. All right, let's do that one. Oh yeah, you can do that, can't you? We trade off a lot to get a rook on that square. Is that a problem? Maybe. But it means that's now undefended. What if I come in here? Pawn push here. So if knight takes, pawn takes. Am I okay with that? I may be okay with that. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. I could pull my knight back and go in here now. Little cheeky. All right, here, what do you do? I don't know. Not too afraid of that. Just eyes that square so your queen has to do it. Yeah, let's play there. Is that any good or not? I don't think so. It's a bit risky. My opponent won't do it because it's risky. In a lot of these lines, you can do a pawn push like this and get this in as well. Is it worth doing? It's one of the things in the Carlsbad pawn structure. You get this and this in. This isn't exactly a Carlsbad pawn structure, but it's not far off. Yeah, so I have the minority on this side. It's kind of thwarted at the moment. Should I be going for this? Potentially. See, I like this knight here because it blocks the queen. So maybe I should just do that immediately. If you do pawn push, yeah, hits there. What are you going to do? You have to do something somewhat defensive, right? I mean, you can take it, but I'm taking with the pawn. And my bishop's saying, hello. Hello. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to pawn push? I'm pretty comfortable with that too. What's going on with this pawn? Knight there looks all right to me. Bishop takes. I still take with the pawn. And pawn push, I go here forking these pieces. And I'd love to get rid of that knight, that bishop. So let's play knight there. Why not? That was the plan. Yeah, getting a pawn here vacates that square. We took with the bishop. Well, I was going to trade it off anyway. So I take with the pawn. I think that's forced. Do I have any? I don't see any traps. Any pitfalls? Queen there. Attacking the pawn. All right. So you want to take like that, which is a little risky. But maybe I just go here and defend it. It's a nice square for the bishop, ain't it? Also makes this even harder. Bishop here. Kind of hard to attack that bishop. It's a really nice. Also makes that even more stable. So let's bishop there. That looks quite decent to me. Now, what do I want to do? I have to resolve a little tension with the knight. I can't play that. You just jump in here and take it. All right. So I can kind of think about attacking now, can't I? Queen here. What are you going to do here? No, I can take the pawn. I mean, sure, you get this one, but I could take and pawn push. So what if I just go here? If you do pawn push here, it threatens checkmate. Look at that bishop. That's an amazing bishop. So queen there. If you take my knight, I take your bishop, you take my rook. Yeah, that would be a blunder then. I can't do that. I'd have to do here, maybe queen here threatening checkmate. What do you do? How do you defend that square? You do pawn push. You don't want to do that because my bishop's even more powerful then. Maybe you go queen back, then I take your knight. So take, queen here threatening checkmate. Maybe block with the bishop. And then I can go knight in. Yeah, all right. Sorry, what were we doing? What was it? Bishop takes. Bishop takes. Normally you don't want to do bishop takes and set up that, but here, threatening checkmate. So, you can block with your knight. Yeah, maybe we just end up in a whole bunch of exchanges. So if I take with the knight here, yeah, maybe you can block with the knight. Don't like that. Because it not just blocks, it hits there as well. All right, what about this one? Here, pawn push. Or take, bishop here, and I'll just take the knight. It's very unconvincing. Here, pawn push. My bishop is very mighty, but it blocks my queen, unfortunately. Knight here, and then knight here, and here, maybe. I have to deal with this pawn, don't I? So you can take it. Yeah, all right. What else have we got on this table? What if I go queen here? Oh, you can just take that. Take. At least I got this nice pawn. Could just attack this pawn. What if I just go attack that pawn? What are you gonna do? Actually, that's kind of interesting. So you probably have to go back and defend it. It is interesting, but it's not great. Bishop takes. Queen here, you have that. I don't have anything good after that. Takes. Queen takes. Yeah, it's a bunch of exchanges. Knight here. It just gives up this pawn, unfortunately. Yeah, what do you think I should do? Take. Queen here. Take. Bishop back. So if you take this, I come in here, you defend. Yeah. I could just attack this pawn. Attack the pawn and then move here. Maybe that'll do. So we'll do that. That's the best I've come up with. I have a very nice bishop there. It has an outpost, a bishop outpost that looks at that pawn. So maybe I will just play here, attacking the pawn. Yeah, that's kind of too risky. I'll just attack this pawn. That's pretty simple, right? Simple chess. Is that better? Which square's better? Maybe this one, in case I want to do that. I'm not too afraid of take, check. So we'll just attack the pawn. Take. You're going to check. Block with a pawn. Because I have this mighty bishop. How are you going to defend this pawn? All right. I guess you're not going to defend it. You're going to counterattack. And I'm going to come in here and hit your knight. You're going to come in with check. I'm going to have to block. Hold on, I can take it and just go back and defend the pawn. Yeah, let's do that. Free pawn. So I'm going to try and smash me open over here. So maybe I just trade off queens or something. Whoop-de-doo, really? Are you trying to get it here or something? I don't know what you're trying to do. You don't have additional firepower in the attack. So I'll go back because it needs to go back sooner or later. But back to this square or this square. I'll play king there. Now here, because it just makes it harder for you to move this knight. Not sure if that's the best choice. Yeah, so I can just push it, right? I don't think you can do anything too exciting over there. Just depends. Look at that bishop. All right, so trade off queens. Or at least try to trade off queens. Threaten to trade off queens. What do you do here? Maintaining a pin. I'm not taking that even if you don't maintain the pin. Here. Alternative is I could just go here or something. Look there. Let's just trade off queens, or at least try to trade off queens. You let me trade off queens. That's not check. I think that was a mistake. I guess we're doing that in the next few moves. Where are you going with the knight? That's defended, that's defended. How much do I care about that? Very little, really. No, thank you. Offer a draw. Here, I'm winning. Here, maybe you're just trying to distract or something, isn't it? You got no real. Here, it's like, oh, all right, your knight's on that square. So I think I just played the usual. What I'd expect to play. Maybe you're gonna try and aim for that square with a rook. No, I can just take your knight. Look at that bishop. Oh. Oh, okay, that makes it even easier, right? Here. So you can't pawn push. So just take a knight. Do you go here? And then I take the pawn. Or do I take the knight immediately? And there's no need to do that. My bishop is very, very mighty. You don't have... Are you going to defend a pawn? Look at that. I don't think you can just let me do that. Do you have any ability to stop me doing that? I mean, if you win that, I don't care if I've got this. Because, wow. All right, so here. And I don't know, the rooks, I need to watch out because that rook still guards there. But if it's here, I mean, even if you get that check, it's kind of whoop-de-doo. Because it hits there as well. It's this check you really have to watch out for. Oh, that bishop is amazing. Wow. All right, so what are you doing? You're attacking that. Sort of. here. I'm threatening checkmate. Like here, I ignore it and checkmate. All right, so boom. All right, you did defend against checkmate. Kudos. This bishop there removed. I'm not sure. I feel like I could just trade off. Probably win. You do end up with a rook on that square. So you have to. Oh, knight takes, pawn pushes a fork. Oh yeah. Oh, you can't. You still can't take it. Yeah, I'll go back. I want that check. So what do you do about the fork? Did I miss something? I don't think so. So you do have checks, but what are you going to do? Do I just kind of walk across? What do I want to do? Maybe I'll move my king up. King that square. My bishop is so mighty. King here. Why not? What are you going to do? Check. I'll just block it. That'll do. You're not threatening anything. Are you? Oh, you want to do check. Oh, what if I just do and nope. No check for you. Now I'm threatening this again. Now I can go here and here, right? Just win the pawn. Because the pawn is pinned. What else have we got? I don't see anything you can do. Just going to go there and take the pawn. Keep it simple. Everything is super defended because of my mighty bishop. And I just go here. And what do you do? I don't know. I don't see anything scary. Like, everything is defended. My king's mighty as well, isn't it? We're going to have to trade rooks in a second. Thanks. I'm a bishop and 2 pawns up. You can resign now. Are you serious? All right. So let's take with the bishop. So we keep this. We're playing for stalemate. All right. So pause for a second. I'll get up the analysis. All right. Here's the analysis. What's the computer say? Yeah, d4. I need a repertoire for d4. So with e4, I'm getting into the Sicilian. But d4, c6. Yeah, it's not very good. I play the Caro Kann. And yeah, sometimes this trades into the Caro Kann, but yeah, usually it doesn't. Bishop f4, London, right? I want to check. So I use the Lichess database with 1800 plus classical, because I only play classical. I can't think fast enough to be good at blitz. And I play those as my first moves against d4, basically. That, and here, usually I choose between pinning the knight, if that's an option, bishop here, allowing this exchange, and sometimes you can get your king there and your rook can be quite active. So you make a bit of a sacrifice in pawn structure, but you get counterplay like that. And that can be quite interesting. I also considered fianchetto. I also considered getting an e4 in, e5 push in. Here I just went for the fianchetto. It's one of the less common options. Almost not played. Knight bd7, most common. It's not bad though, right? b6, despite no one playing it. It makes sense to me. I don't know, like once the bishop's there, it can defend a pawn. Problem is, if you do it in the wrong order, like knight there, then I fianchetto, you take my pawn. So I think this is the right move order. You hold off developing this bishop. I mean, you can put it there, but, well, first of all, look at that. 61% wins for white. Queen b6. Why is that scoring so high? So in the Lichess database, so queen b3 is the most common move. Knight bd7, knight bd2. So this is transposed, and now, yeah, I don't know. It's just a game. It's nothing spectacular. Problem is, this is what these lines are like. Honestly, I did not see any problems with fianchettoing the bishop. I mean, it's a reasonable move, but I guess the idea was to stop queenside expansion or something like that. Yeah. So I got in c5. And when I get knight here, I feel like I've equalized, but the computer's still saying white has a slight advantage. Knight c6, bishop d. Yeah. So white wasted a move going bishop here, bishop here. Normally the bishop's on this square. I don't know why. Because it made especially no sense here, because there's not even a pin. I can't do the pin because you prevented it. So, all right. I did take the pawn. What's the computer say? The computer's basically, there's a lot of good options. And taking, it doesn't like taking. All right. So what should I have done? Sorry, what does the computer say? Knight d7 makes sense. Just getting 3 pieces there. Oh, I'm preparing e4, right? Is that what masters do? Knight d7. All 4 master games in this position played knight d7. So I tend to take this pawn because I don't see an advantage in either of those, really. I'm kind of expecting this any moment, although I'm definitely going to take it. All right, so knight d7 is what I should have played by the looks of things. So bishop b5 was played in one previous game, bishop g5, qe2, computer saying rook e1, bishop e2. The computer saying move the bishop back. Interesting. It's a positional game, isn't it? Okay, take. I do pawn push. So the computer's not a big fan of my moves. Rook there. So take qe2, a5. I don't know. I mean, maybe white has a bit of a space advantage, but I don't think it's that big a deal. So the computer likes either of the captures. So take. Oh, I didn't even think about that. So I have to move the rook back. Bit embarrassing. I didn't even think about that. Oh well. Yeah, that's really awkward. I didn't see that at all. And this take, and what do you do? H4, queen G4. Yeah. Yeah, okay, knight df3 looks normal. So I did knight here. Computer doesn't like it. Knight capture, knight d5. Computer takes with either of the knights, actually. I don't know. Not a fan of capturing unless I get something. So knight takes seems inevitable. So, we're exchanging both knights. Bishop takes. I see no reason to take. I'm not going to take. Let's do rook e8. It's just a game, really. Black's a little bit, sorry, white's a little bit better. That's a bit weak. All right, anyway, moving on. Look there. So computer says knight g4 here is a good idea, hitting here and here. Yes, I agree. That's a good move. Rook c1. Knight c4 was knight c4 was a top move. Knight f6 was the other good move. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the purpose of playing knight c4 was to go, look at that bishop. This is my bad bishop as well, isn't it? When I got to that square, like the knights would have to spend quite a few moves trying to trade it off. Here, bishop there made a lot of sense to me. Makes sense to the computer too. Knight d2, knight capture c5, bishop. Yeah, here I thought for quite a while, didn't I? I looked at a lot of options. So white is simply threatening to take that pawn. I wanted all sorts of attack to come in because that bishop is attacking there, and if I could get my queen to do that, it might be worthwhile considering. Unfortunately, if I do something like this, knight here blocks the bishop and hits my queen. Yeah. Knight takes e5. Yeah, so I eventually conceded that that's probably the best move, so I at least keep the pawn. Oh, the computer is considering this one. We looked at this line. Now, normally, when you have a fianchettoed bishop on your king side, you hold on to that bishop like nothing else, all right? It's really important. And are we just going to take that knight off the board? Yeah, that was the idea. I thought of that. The computer thought of it too. And yeah, we kind of... Now we have opposite colored bishops. Yeah, your bishops... My bishop is far superior to this one. White still has this space advantage, I guess. All right, bishop captures g7 here. Yeah, so here it was pretty simple. I'm attacking that pawn. That was it. Attack that pawn. Yeah, this rook there defending the pawn makes a lot of sense. Look at your rook. It's not doing anything. It's not... I'm not going to open this up. I have no ability to do it, even if I wanted to. You have no ability to do it, because I'm just going to win a pawn. So, rook a1 is obviously a good move here. Taking. So taking... Okay, I'm learning this more and more that weaker players tend to capture unnecessarily. So you see me not wanting to capture. It's like, yeah, I can take you if you like, but why would I? Does it help me in any way? So why do it? So you take here, and yeah, f6 is a strong move. So that's basically a blunder. I was expecting you to just go and defend a pawn. So now, that was the best move, and I just get the free pawn. I still was expecting to play rook a1. Rook a1 is a good move, even on the computer. Even though I can go back and defend, at least you've activated your rook. Like, on this square, it's like hitting your own pawn. So I'm just going to leave it there. It's like, I like your rook on that square. If I were going to develop my opponent's rooks, I would develop it to that square. I'll put that one over here. Okay, h4. I don't really understand what the idea with the h4 was. Like, so it's coming in here, then you're going to take, and then what? I don't know. It seems like you need a rook lift of some kind, or maybe you should try something like this. Rook over here. But you have to deal with this mighty bishop. So maybe your mission, should you choose to accept it, oh, that's what the computer says. Trade off this mighty bishop. Here, so I'm just going to go back. Here, yeah. Yeah, at this point, white has to accept that they're losing, or at least they're worse. Yeah, so black doesn't even do that. But you can't just let me have that massive bishop for the whole game. h4. Yeah, h4 just seemed like a random move. Look at my opponent's clock. 24 minutes on the clock. Obviously not spending enough time. Like, how do you even think up the candidate moves in that amount of time? Every move was just instantaneous. Queen c6. I just like the idea of lining these up here. And if you come in, I can just take if I felt like it. And yeah, if your queen wants to do something elsewhere on the board, free pawn. So your queen is actually tied to the defense. Rook a1. Okay, that makes sense. a5 made a lot more sense. I'm not... Okay, the computer says here, but I would not... Oh, okay, it changes its mind. I would never choose to defend a pawn with a queen. With my mighty queen. No. Pawn push. I want to trade off queens. Yeah, that I think was a mistake, because I think you didn't... I think white was expecting me to recapture. Apparently I can just recapture, but I'm taking that and messing up your pawns. I don't know, maybe... How long did white spend on that move? No, that was like 3 seconds on that move, on pawn captures. Yeah, here, look. The computer says it's minus 0.4. So white has, black has an advantage, right? Black is up a pawn. White has sort of something, space advantage maybe. Maybe it has their plan, maybe coming in like this or something like that. I don't know, some sort of invasion. So I'm trading off queens because I'm up material. And it's a pretty straightforward plan. And I'm pretty sure white should know exactly what I'm doing. So here, take. And now it's gone from, yeah, I have a slight advantage to I'm calculating how to win here. Yeah, like, so we now have this open file. So I feel like both sides should just be getting their rooks on this file. White plays a random move, and now not only have you not prepared to get your rook across, but if you got your rook across, I can take your knight. Computer saying rook a8. What am I doing? Creating a pass pawn over here, am I? I think humans would play what I played. Rook h8. Yeah, none of those other moves seem worth considering to me. All right. Yeah, the computer says put the knight back. Yeah, sometimes the computer's a little bit brutal. Pawn push. Yeah, like, if you look at my last few moves here, it should be obvious what the plan is for black. There is no secret here. I'm going to go here, double up, here, and that's it. There's no secret. That's it. if I get that file uncontested, wow, it's going to be mighty. I'm going to come in here or do all sorts of shenanigans. 94, and I'm like, oh wow, it is mine. And here, it's like, I not only get to double up, but I get to double up with tempo. And this pawn is pinned. So computer again says put the knight back, but of course a human does not want to do that. Here, computer does rook d8, but rook RCH, rich RCH, and that makes a lot of sense. Now you've got to deal with skewers or this sort of thing. Like I can take that as well. So here, yeah, I can win this pawn, right? But that would mean you can't win the pawn, can you? Because of this fork. So yeah, I can just, maybe it is the best move. If I do this, you can win the pawn because of this. But still, it's look at the -5. So it's not just a pawn, obviously. Computer's like, oh, I just hit the knight. So you can't take because of this fork, like this fork again. So you go here. Oh, and then I start some shenanigans. Oh, wow. Oh, is your knight trapped? Wow. Your knight's trapped. Oh, all right. Rook g4. Yeah. I mean, why not? It's a free pawn. It comes with tempo. Rook e2. Yeah, that was a good move. Rook back. It kind of, I remember calculating this. It's like I said, you can't take that with the knight or you get forked. So it looks pretty safe to me. Computer plays rook takes. Yeah, that makes sense because you're going to get a passed pawn. You sacrifice in exchange, you have something on your side. You have some asset rather than nothing. But yeah. Knight takes is just a tactical error. Again, how fast my opponent with 24 minutes on the clock played that in 5 seconds. And in this one, I remember my opponent playing, 1 second. And all right. The computer sneaks in a little check. Here. And I mean, check. I could do literally anything with the king, but I looked at this square and it's like defending those pawns. It's kind of, if you want to push that, I can just take it. Looks pretty safe, looks pretty advanced if I want to go in for a march. I'll probably want to trade off one of the rooks, but that didn't happen. King g5. And then back. Very simple chess here. That was my move. Computer puts the rook back. All right. Here, I'm just going to do that and take that. So you're not really threatening because it's defended. Finally, you have a threat. Unfortunately, we exchange rooks and defended. And yeah, I'm not sure what that is. It seemed like some sort of protest. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. And my opponent with 24, nearly their entire time left on the clock, lost. But you can kind of, like, if they had stopped and thought more carefully about their moves, maybe they wouldn't have lost. All right, well, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Here's one of my games. Maybe you can give me some suggestions. I need a better opening than this. This is just silly. This is what you do in Blitz. Yeah, I need, like, it's just silly. What are the options? King's Indian, defense, Nimzo Indian, something like that. I need something with more winning chances. Yeah, once you get like above like 2,000 or something, my opponents are not just gonna are not just going to blunder in obvious ways. Maybe like they will rarely do that, but I can't rely on that. And if I want to consistently win against 1900 players, I'm going to need better opening than that. I don't know. Let me know if you have any suggestions. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next game. TTFN.